Welcome to Kansas City, also dubbed Paris of the Plains, and for good reason. It's a fabulous city. On this episode, we'll celebrate all things Kansas City, including its famous jazz scene, some of the best barbecue on the planet, sports, history, and more. All this on Next Stop, Kansas City. The fun starts now. The college basketball experience located in Kansas City's Power and Light District is a college basketball fan's dream. It's called the college basketball experience for a reason. We kick off our experience in the National Collegiate Basketball Hall of Fame. And Jeff, this is a very impressive room.
Definitely. We have the National Collegiate Basketball Hall of Fame, the only one in the country. And it features 173 members in our founding class, along with our new classes that started in 2007. So we've got great players like Danny Manning, great coaches like Norm Stewart, people that weren't necessarily celebrated in the Naismith Hall of Fame, but they live here now forever.
This is all about experiencing, and there's some interactive exhibits even in this room.
Exactly. I mean, you can touch a button in here as well. We've got bios of all of our Hall of Famers, a bunch of videos and things. So we don't want you to walk around necessarily and read. We want you to touch buttons, to experience it for yourself, listen, all the sounds of the game as well.
Jeff, this is pretty authentic. These guys are actually playing basketball?
Fully authentic. We want you to pick up a ball and enjoy the game in every aspect of the game here. Free throws, dunking, three-pointers, and of course you can jump out here and play a 3-on-3, 5-on-5 game yourself.
Well, this is a great experience. I know you got to get back to work, but I think that I should experience this, but not alone.
Hey, get out there, take your camera, guys. I want to see some dunks.
So Mike, basketball's your game, huh? You kind of need your camera work, so maybe next time, buddy. In. Just kidding. I'm not that cruel. Here. Put the camera down, shoot some hoops. All right. I don't know if you noticed, Mike, but I color coordinated my shirt with the basketball today.
I like that.
Thanks a lot.
I like that a lot.
So, the next person that makes a three-pointer gets to choose the next game.
Okay.
Starting now. Get in! Oh! And
all right, what is it?
let's do this one. The little balls that light up.
Okay.
That's cool. One of these bubbles is going to light up. That's where you got to shoot it from.
All right.
You ready?
Yep, let's do it.
All right, clutch, McGlaw.
Oh.
Got it! All right, what's your next choice?
Let's dunk.
Let's dunk. You can get a little higher than me, I'm guessing. Oh! It's always more fun to experience things, right? Well, the college basketball experience is exactly that. It's fun for the whole family of all ages. For my last shot, I'm gonna dunk me. Kansas City has the only museum in the United States dedicated to World War I, the Great War, and hosts the largest collection of war artifacts outside of Great Britain. Before there was this incredible museum, there's a really special story to talk about the monument built outside. I'm so impressed how quickly they raised the funds. Back in 1920.
Back in 1920, they raised $2.5 million in 10 days.
The memorial's been watching over the city for the last almost 100 years or so. This is relatively new.
We actually have a collection that is the second oldest in the world. We started collecting in 1920, so they had a lot to work with. And we start right here on the timeline with the same make and model of gun that was used to assassinate Franz Ferdinand on June 28th.
One thing that sticks out to me is Hindenburg's uniform.
Oh, it's fantastic. It's one of those treats that you get in the museum world where all of a sudden the phone just rings and our senior curator picked it up and the fellow said, you know, I think I've got something that you'd like. A coat.
A coat?
A coat. Oh, well, it happened to be Hindenburg's coat. And our senior curator said, I'll be there in 4 hours. Just let me get in my car.
Nice. Okay, so it's 1917, and the U.S. is kind of we're kind of doing our own thing. The rest of the world's not really been thinking about the U.S. The German guy said, U.S., they're nothing. They've already made all their artillery for France and England. They're not good. Nobody thought anything of the U.S. at this point.
There are a variety of different ways that we actually ended up getting into the war. You already mentioned one of them, which is that we provided a lot of the goods needed for the war effort. You would want to be a fairly thin farm boy to be in that tank, and you can see the doors right there. So it's actually a really tight fit. You'd feel a little bit like a sardine.
So when you describe this museum to people outside of Kansas City,
it's a little bit of a forgotten war sometimes here in the United States. But this museum tells the whole story and it becomes vibrant. The borders of Iraq come about because of the First World War. Votes for women come about in part because of the First World War. It really changes everything.
it's a great day for baseball in Kansas City. The beloved Kansas City Royals are taking on the Chicago White Sox at newly renovated Kauffman Stadium, the house that this guy, George Brett, built. There's something for everybody. Before we experience this incredible stadium, let's learn a little bit about Kansas City Royals history.
The team played down at an old ballpark, municipal ballpark, from 1969 to 1972, and then moved into this complex. We had the Kansas City Chiefs on the other side of the parking lot, and then Royal Stadium was really the neatest stadium in all of the American League.
Behind us is the Hall of Fame. What are we going to see?
The Hall of Fame is a great experience for Royals fans, but when you first come in here, you think you're going to hear about the history of the Kansas City Royals from its inception in 1969. What you really get is a history of baseball in Kansas City going all the way back to the 1800s, and really the history of Kansas City.
This is very cool.
It really
the Hall
is.
of Fame. Great history of the Kansas City Royals. But your park in 2009 unveiled an expansion. It's incredible. What's new?
We fixed a lot of things around the ballpark, but the crown jewel of it was the outfield experience, where you can walk all the way around the ballpark for the first time. You can watch the game from out here, but even if you're not a big fan of baseball, you can spend your entire 3 or 4 hours just having fun. We have the only Major League Baseball putt-putt in the outfield.
We're doing that.
experience.
You and I are doing that.
Yeah, okay, I'm ready. I'm a terrible golfer.
You got your Kansas City Royal blue, and I got my Nebraska red. Game on.
Here we go.
Oh! You almost had a hole in one. Nope. Already down a stroke. Oh! That's actually good. Look at it. Might go in. Get in the hole! Oh! Good shot. Okay, so I've never seen putt-putt in a stadium. That was super cool. What's this?
This is called the Slugger's Base Run. And Slugger is our mascot. He's a big lion and he's very popular with kids. And this is an opportunity for you to time yourself from 90 feet base to base with current Royals players. And I'm going dress shoes and you're going no shoes.
It's hot.
It's gonna be slippery. On your mark, get set, go!
I slid into home plate.
Awesome. You got rug burns now.
That was fun. You know, tell me, I'm having so much fun out here in the outfield. I forgot there was actually a game going on here.
When this organization started to turn the corner on the baseball side, they said, we want to be that model organization that people remembered in the heyday in the 70s and 80s, and being involved in the community is kind of part of that.
I can't think of a better place for the community to come out and spend a Saturday afternoon. You guys have a beautiful facility and a great organization, Toby. Thank you. We're at a gas station on the corner of 47th and Mission Road, but we're not here to fill up on gas. We're here to fill up on what is said to be the best barbecue on the planet, Oklahoma Joe's.
This
place is awesome, man.
Welcome, John. It's nice to have you here. Thank
Lines
you so
every
much.
day, huh?
Every day. Every day out the door, at least once a day, usually twice a day.
So what makes this place so special?
Well, you know, when our owners, Jeff and Joy Staney, founded this place in 1996, they had been competing in barbecue contests for several years leading up to that time. And they'd been winning those contests. They had a relationship with this with the guy who owned and operated the gas station here. So they bought the corner. They kept the convenience store and the gas station because, hey, you know,
why not?
It makes money.
Absolutely.
And so it's now part of the business model for this place, part of our identity now.
I'd love to see the smoker, the back room. I want to check this place out.
That's where the magic happens. Let's go check it out. David here is preparing our spare ribs for rubbing, and then we'll put them in the smokehouse. Look pretty good, don't they?
Oh, yeah.
Smell good too, don't they?
Yeah, they smell incredible.
Barbecue, at least Kansas City style and Texas style, and in the Carolinas, it's low temperature, indirect heat. And over a long period of time at low temperatures, that fat will render out without losing your tenderness. You get a lot of penetration of smoke and a lot of absorption of the seasonings into the meat over that long period of time. All right, this is our kitchen and our fry stations, French fries, onion rings. It's also where we do a lot of our trimming of our brisket and that type of thing. That's what Vidal's getting ready to do right now. Isn't that nice? Woo! Look how moist that is. Yeah.
Yum.
This is our to-go station. We've already asked them to stand in line for a long time.
Yeah.
Not a science, it's an art. And, you know, but it works pretty well. Got your ribs, you saw them being made, right? And then we've got the pulled pork, you saw that as well. Got our brisket, also slow smoked for about 17 hours on Missouri white oak, which is what we use to smoke our meats. And then our homemade, our house-made sausage. This is our food that we're making for you, not somebody else's food that we're serving to you.
You know what I notice in here too, Doug? Everybody is different. There's such a cross-section of America in this place.
Yeah, absolutely. It's the most democratic and egalitarian of all foods. You know, we've got just an entire cross-section of American life right here in our dining room every day.
This is the best barbecue I've ever had in my life.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
Anthony Bourdain says this is one of the top 13 places to eat before you die. I say it's in your top 5. Definitely got to check out Oklahoma Joe's in Kansas City. Alaska Airlines offers daily nonstop service from Kansas City to Seattle, gateway to the Pacific Northwest. From Seattle, you can connect to Alaska, the rest of the Pacific Northwest, California, and Hawaii. Alaska Airlines operates its award-winning service on state-of-the-art Boeing 737 fleet, one of the newest fleets in the industry. For more information on schedules, airfares, and its award-winning mileage program, go to alaskaair.com. Kansas City is rumored to have the best nightlife in the Midwest. Now this, I gotta see. We're in the Kansas City Power and Light District. What is the Kansas City Power and Light District for our viewers who don't know anything about it?
Kansas City Power and Light District is 8 city blocks, downtown Kansas City. Every Friday and Saturday night, we've got 10,000 people here having a good time, eating, drinking, shopping.
We have a great radio partner, great talent on the stage, and everybody looks forward to these nights, so the operation's all ready to go.
What must we do here tonight, besides listen to great music?
Well, most people come to KC Live, hit 4 or 5 venues. I'd have a cold beer at McFadden's, and right here at Maker's Mark, we've got 150 bourbons. So that's usually how I finish.
That's how you finish?
Yeah.
That's how we'll finish too then. This is Josh, he is the DJ extraordinaire here at McFadden's. What are we drinking here? This is a local beer.
Local beer, Boulevard Brewery, been around since the early 80s.
Great summer beer. Now we're at the Shark Bar, described as retro surf, retro dance, retro cool. What's it like to work without a shirt on?
Fantastic.
It's hot out today.
It is hot.
No,
I feel like I'm at the beach when I'm working here.
I saw you making a drink here. What's in this?
That is it's a Malibu with a blue curacao and pineapple juice topped off with orange juice. Like a summertime breeze drink, very smooth, fruity, perfect for summertime.
In every city we travel to around the globe, I always look for the city's best sports bar. We found it here in the P&L District, Johnny's Tavern.
We're the only local sports bar in Kansas City. Over 100 TVs. We have absolutely every sports game.
We end our bar tour here at Maker's Mark, which is actually a really cool place, Matt.
It's pretty cool. It's a pretty neat concept, so people come in here late at night and have a nice cocktail, listen to some live music, and enjoy themselves.
What is this?
This is Maker's Mark Old Fashioned. One of the most signature drinks at Maker's Mark. It has a cherry, lemon, lime. It's all muddled up, and you have the Maker's Mark, a splash of sour, and a splash of Sprite.
Very, very smooth.
Very.
Well, looks like the rumors were true. Kansas City nightlife is pretty awesome. Kansas City Power and Light District, well done.